Welcome back to Off the Record with Bernard Reynolds. Today we're diving into imposter syndrome, the quiet but powerful belief that you're not as competent as others think you are. It's that uneasy tension when people think you are and who you think you are. Now, I'm not coming at this as a psychologist. I'm coming at it as a husband, a dad, and an entrepreneur. Now, I'm not coming at this as a psychologist. I'm coming at it as a dad, a husband, and an entrepreneur who has wrestled with those same doubts in business and in parenting and in relationships and many aspects of my life. The good news, imposter syndrome doesn't have to define us. It actually can be a signal for growth. Imposter syndrome often shows up in five main ways. The perfectionist, you never feel good enough unless it's flawless. The expert, you think you need to know everything before you start. The soloist, you believe asking for help means you're weak. Then there's the natural genius. If it doesn't come easy, you think you're a failure. The superhero, you push yourself to the limit to prove your worth. Maybe you recognize yourself in one of these, or maybe in all of them. I'm sure you do, as I do, at different times that you recognize all of them. The problem is when we let imposter syndrome run the show, it leads to burnout, anxiety, and even isolation. You feel like just giving up, honestly. So how do we begin to overcome it? Here are a few strategies I want to talk about. The first one is name it out loud. The moment you call it imposter syndrome, you shrink its power just a little, like David naming Goliath. You face it head on. Reframe the failures, the number two. Instead of seeing mistakes as proof you don't belong, see them as the tuition you pay for growth. Every entrepreneur, every leader, every parent pays this tuition. Talk about it. One of the surprising things researchers found is that imposter syndrome thrives in silence. But when you talk about it with a friend, a mentor, your wife, your spouse, realize you're not the only one fighting this battle. They can help confirm that. Anchor your identity. For me, this is a foundational truth. My worth isn't in the title on my business card or in the number of likes on a video or the number of dollars in my bank account. It is in who God says I am, his child, called, chosen, and equipped. That truth quiets the lies of imposter syndrome like nothing else. Celebrate the wins, even small ones. Don't wait for the big moment to say, I did it. Build a habit of gratitude. Every morning, acknowledge, journal about the gratitude, even for progress that doesn't feel ordinary or extraordinary for that matter. Here's the big shift. People who never struggle with imposter syndrome usually aren't the high achievers. Why? Because those who really care deeply, those who push themselves, who take risks, who lead, are the ones most likely to wrestle with it. In other words, imposter syndrome isn't proof that you're unworthy. It's proof that you're stretching, growing, and stepping into new territory. And if you think about it, even Moses doubted. He doubted himself when God called him. He said, Lord, I'm not a good speaker. But he then realized God didn't need his perfection. He just needed his obedience. So if you're feeling like a fraud, remember, you're not broken. You're human. Use that doubt as a doorway to growth, not as a verdict against you. Imposter syndrome may whisper, you don't belong. But the truth is, you're right where you're supposed to be. If this resonated with you, drop a comment sharing how imposter syndrome has shown up in your life. or how it shows up on a regular basis. I'd love to hear it. If you know someone battling those doubts, share this video with them. And hey, if you want more encouragement on living with courage and faith, check out my other videos, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Until next time, God bless you.